Generic greetings! Rimworld is a colony simulator by Tyne and Sylvester, and a game I haven't featured on the channel in over a year. I was very surprised about that when I checked back and saw that it was that long since I've done anything on this. It's a great game, a great piece of kit, something I enjoy highly, and it's always requested, so I don't know why it's taken me this long to get back to it. If you're not aware what the game is, essentially you have a set number of survivors and you have to build a colony. You'll construct buildings, you'll gather power, you'll farm different crops, and then build different things like jackets and weapons, and then you'll be under attack and have different events, and you'll trade and research, and it's a very expansive game. So I thought it was about time we checked this out. This is the beta 18, so it's close to being done, although the definition of a done game doesn't really exist anymore. Games are more of a service than a product, so essentially even when it comes to 1.0, there'll be more patches and updates, and yeah, you get the idea. So either way, the plan for the series is simple. Over the forthcoming episodes, we will hopefully not only survive, but also thrive building a new colony. So let's just go to new colony and do just that. So the scenarios, 3 of them at the moment by default. It does say Steam Workshop, so maybe there's extra ones, but the default ones are Crashland, Lost Tribe, and Rich Explorer. Crashlanded is the default Rimworld experience, your classic Rimworld experience. Essentially, ship breaks up, you then have 3 people land, and you have to survive. Lost Tribe is you are tribes people who have to rebuild, and then the Rich Explorer is just one person landing and want to survive. We're going to go with Crashlanded because that's the default one. Then we've got the Storyteller, so this dictates how difficult things are, what events we'll have, that sort of thing. Now, you've got 3 of them in here. You've got Cassandra Classic, Phoebe Chillax, and Randy Random. So and for these storytellers as well, you have to select the difficulty. So we're going to go for some challenge, which is for players on their first game or casual players who still want a challenge. So we do want a challenge, but obviously because I'm commentating over this, and I haven't played since I think it was the Alpha 15 I haven't played. I never featured that on the channel, but I did play a couple of hours. So I'm still... I don't know if I'm proficient at the game. I can manage my way through, but it'll be a bit of a learning experience for me, and obviously there's going to be new stuff that I just haven't seen. So we want some challenge, so it's not boring, but also we want to keep the pace slow. So we're going to go with, because of that, Phoebe Chillax. So it gives a lot of time between disasters to relax and build your colony, but beware, high difficulty is still hit hard as anyone. So essentially, the difference is that you're going to get the same level of difficulty, but the time between the events is more extended, so you're going to have more time to rebuild. So you're not going to, for example, be hit by a psionic wave event where everybody gets really annoyed, and then bandits turn up like 10 minutes after that. You know, it's going to be a lot more time between them, which is something I like the idea of. Also, we can change this when you're in-game anyway, so it doesn't matter. If we decide that it's boring or we want to change it up, then we can do that. Okay, so we need a seed for the world, and we're going to go with G seed, and then we'll click generate, and it will generate this world here, and then we have to select a hex. So there's many different biomes, there's different terrain, there is all sorts to worry about and different places to go. So as you can see, we've got terrain ranging from a frozen ice sheet all the way down to, I guess it would be just like a arid shrubland, and in the middle, I believe you've got like tropical swamps. Tropical's one of the new biomes. You've got rainforest. So we're going to go on a temperate forest, and we want to settle somewhere where it's probably a little bit, I wouldn't say mountainous, but we do want a couple of hills. And we also want to settle somewhere where the average temperature doesn't really go over about 20, and ideally we don't want it to freeze in the winter. So let's just have a quick look around and see what we've got. These are different factions and such. I believe those are colonies, that one there, and these ones are I don't think the colonies, these are like tribals. Well, I'm not entirely sure, because as I said, I haven't played in a while. I know you can I think you can move between these ones. I think that's something that was added in the game, but we'll see later on. So that's tropical rainforest. We want to go for a temperate forest. A temperate forest on probably small hills, and this one's not too bad. It's 4 degrees in the winter and 16 degrees in the summer. The problem with that is it's a little bit too warm. We might have a problem growing things, or rather keeping our food fresh. We'll have to make some chillers. So I'm just going to keep going, so it actually just cools down a little bit. Probably there, marble, sandstone, and slate. I like the idea of just one, you see. So that's large elevation. Also, growing period is 40 out of the 60 days. So that's not bad. That's not bad at all. We could check out over here. This is temperate forest. What are these ones? Is that tropical rainforest? We're definitely not going to do tropical rainforest. Okay, I think made me mind up. I think we're going to go probably there. Probably there. That seems about right. Yeah, we'll do that one. Okay. So growing is 40 out of 60 days, so we can grow for 2/3 of the year. Rainfall, don't know if that's a lot. Seems a lot, actually. That's, that might be a fair bit, actually. Animal can graze and grow, yes. Winter temperature, not freezing. Average temperature is 16 degrees, so we'll probably have to chill our food. And standard movement. Okay, yep, so that's fine. Then we have to select our colonists. So it shows you a team skills at the bottom, so what the overall level is. These are fairly garbage, so you can randomize them if you really want to. So you can say randomize, done, and you get things like a builder, which is Tigress, and actually that's their middle name. So they have a backstory, so a childhood, they have an adulthood, and then what they're incapable of, as well as what their traits they have. So the limited feels limited in a feeble human body. She often dreams of going bionic. Nudist. Enjoys the feeling of freedom that comes with being nude. She can handle clothing but will be happier without it. And then there's the wimp, which is weak and cowardly. Even a little pain will immobilize her, so her pain shock threshold is reduced. They're a very good character. I mean, look at that. They've got very good constructing and shooting and melee, so I think that's a nice middle ground there. We have a reporter, which is no good to us, so we're going to randomize that. We can also move these around, so I'm going to say switch out with that one there. Like that, for example. And the deep space miner, there you go, very good. So we've got melee, we've got shooting again, constructing, mining. What we're lacking really is growing and intellectual. So I want something that's got very good growing and intellectual, which is probably not going to happen. They're not bad. Mafia boss, though. Hang on. Oh, I thought that said pacifist. Mafia boss, pacifist. No, it's pessimist. We're going to randomize these until we get someone that's got good intellectual and good growing. Oh, we've got no one with cooking either. Maybe we've front-loaded these two. So we'll go for... That's Tony. They've actually got an artery blockage in their heart. Don't really want to have those. Although, to be fair... you can't... There's no such thing as, like, the perfect colonist, I don't think. Although this is Gizmo, and I like the name Gizmo, which is a gnome biologist. Genome biologist? I'm going to say gnome biologist because it's funnier. And we need someone who's good at... So that's good skills there. We need someone who's good at medicine and cooking. So we're just going to keep randomizing these until we get someone who's good at both of them. There we go. So this guy's got good social. Got stomp as well. Good intellectual. Do we need more intellectual? Come on. Get someone that's decent at medicine and cooking. Oh, that's pretty good. They've got alcohol addiction. Let's not take an alcoholic. If we can not. There we go. This is a housemate. Medicine, animals, cooking. Yeah, wreckage explorer. Chemical fascination. Bloodlust. Okay. And green thumb. Right, I think that's okay. So we've got Taran, we've got Martinez, and Gizmo. And we'll start. That's it. So, as it says, 3 of you work in a cryosleep sarcophagi at the sound of sirens and ripping metal. Barely able to escape before the ship is torn apart, and then we land. And there we go. And we'll pause it straight away. So, what's our area like? So, looking around, we've got... what's that over there? Oh, it's a turkey. We've got a fairly decent defensible position. I think this is very defensible. We've got a couple of random buildings here. You don't really want to dig in those unless you're absolutely sure of what's in there. We've got a nice little mountain area here which we can dig into, and also we've got some plasteel. We've got, I believe, over there's some compacted steel. To our right, we've got some as well. So mining shouldn't really be a problem, but our colony can go around here. So what we'll do, we might dig into this mountain, but we might also... Well, we need to build outside. So we need a place to grow, which can be around here. We can have like a bit of a shelter here, so we'll probably chisel this out and then have like the... We want probably the living quarters along this side. We want like a growing zone around here. We want a communal zone around this area. And then what we'll probably do is wall this off. I'll probably sandbag this area, sandbag this area. That's also somewhere we probably want to look into at some point. And that's probably the... yeah, that's probably the base idea. What is that as well? That's a ship chunk. Okay, that's new. So, what I'll do is I'll unforbid all of these things here. These are all of the base resources that we've just got. And what I'll do is I'll have this here as our storage solution system. So we're going to go into architect and zones. I'm going to declare that as a stockpile zone. And what that'll do is everything will be stored there. The helper on the right hand side is popping up, which we can get rid of if we need to. But I'm just going to let it go there. So it's storage. Configure stockpiles by clicking on it and doing the storage bit. Yep, I'm aware of that. Cool. So it's just figuring out where I've learned that. There you go. I do like the this learning helper. I think it's a very, very, very good piece of kit. Anyway, so I'm just going to check on each of our characters so we can see on their combat. It's not combat, it's on character now. Shooting is 4, shooting is 0, and shooting is 3. So the shooting of 3, you can get the revolver, and I will get that guy to have up the bolt action rifle, and then Gizmo, you've got melee, so you can equip the plasteel knife. And we've also got a cat as well, which is Alan the cat. Alan! We've got an Alan the cat. Good grief. Anyway, so what they're going to do, they're going to get on with different tasks, and that's based on the work list here. So these are priorities. On the far left is the high priority, on the right is the lower priority. So that's what that is there. What we need to do now is create some beds. So for the time being, I'm just going to go to architect. We'll probably say furniture, sleeping spot, and we're just going to go probably just 1, 2, 3. Just put 3 of them in there. That's all it's going to be for the time being. Because what I want to do is probably dig down from there and cut this area out. So that is a mining task. Probably cut that out. Cut that out. I don't know if I want to tunnel back into this section here. Probably I'm going to have a wall go along there and a wall go along there. So actually the digging area is that. Because that's going to be the wall. So that's fine. In the meantime, we also want to go to area and growing zone. We need to have a couple of growing zones, or at least I want a couple of growing zones. Ideally, we want them... if this is going to be where we sleep here, we want the main building to be here. So this is probably where the growing zone is. So it's going to be 6x6, 2 of them. There we go. That growing zone, we will change. That's got plant potato. That's fine. This one we can have as... what do we want? We've got corn, potato. We'll go for rice. I think... why would we swap over? It's not good to eat uncooked. What about potatoes? They'll probably be the same. A strong, versatile crop. Yeah, we want something that grows fast and something that's very hardy. So that's what we'll have. We'll have a rice plant and we'll have a potato plant. So we'll unpause that. And then what will happen is the people that are assigned to doing that will crack on doing that. We've also got some wild heal root, which we can rip that out and turn that into different things. But that's a futurist problem. Oh, we also haven't done... I'm very sorry, Kitty. We haven't gone over to furniture. And where is it? Animal sleeping spot. We haven't put the sleeping spot there for the animal as well. Right, so... this is talking about forbidden doors. Don't really care about that one. That person is just wandering around. They haven't got much to do. So what I'll do is unforbid those, and they can go and haul because there's a lot of stuff there. So quick look around of our surroundings. We do have a rabbit there. Oh, it's a hare. We've got a completely useless building here. We've got probably the same there. We've got some food over there, which we'll unforbid. Actually, no, we will back. I think we'll forbid that because I don't want them wandering off. We've got a mega sloth. We've got a rat. We've got a geothermal geyser there. And we haven't really got one close to us. I know we've got one there, but that's going to be very, very difficult to defend. Either way, that guy's mining this out. You can't tunnel too far into this, otherwise you do get things collapsing, which is suboptimal, obviously. So I'll unforbid those. I will then speed it up to max speed and let this guy crack on. So, we've also got options to dig. So I'm going to say orders and then cut. We'll say chop wood. I'm going to chop all of this wood here because we... a lot of this can't be chopped because it's actually not fully grown, which is why it's not moving. And what I'll do, because I can... what's a gizmo good at? Gizmo is good at... hang on. research. I do want to check research out later, but not now. There's the animals there. That's the home area. Don't have any restricted areas. We do have restricted areas, so you can say only go, like, this is where... So, essentially, allowed areas is home. This is the home area. So they're only... They have to be home. There's a curfew between 10 at night and 5 in the morning. What I'm actually going to do, though, is expand the home zone to that. There we go. So they can go around there. So that's fine there. We do need to check on Gizmo, Biologist, Warden, Handel, Smith, Taylor, Art, Craft, Hall, Research. So we do need to get Research probably up and running sooner rather than later. We could put them onto a mining task, or what there is there. Their mining task is level 3, so I'm going to put them onto that. And what else? Are they onto... Probably... Yeah, that's fine for now. That's okay for now. Also, a miner really wants to learn. You see the 2 little fire symbols. That means they've got like a desire to do it. So we might have them mining. Anyway, so speaking of mining, we've also got some sandstone chunks. We do need to turn that into sand. You can craft like sandstone bricks and such. For the time being, though, what's our resources? We've got 319 wood, and wood's probably our most easy gatherable resource at the time being. So our structures are going to be made of wood in this bit here. Anything beyond the mountain, probably best on going with a stone, because it can be under fire. So you can go to wall, you can say wood, silver, or steel. Obviously, we're going to go with the wood, and then we'll have that go. Oh, damn it! I'm going to have to dig that bit out. Okay, fine. So we'll say orders mine and mine that bit out there. I'm going to be very careful of what I mine here, or how much I mine out. This is going to be made... Oh, actually, we found some ore anyway, so we probably don't want to go that far, because we've got compacted steel there. So let's dig that out, and let's hope it doesn't collapse on me. That would be... well, I would have egg on my face if that happened, wouldn't I? So, we'll say structure, wall, along there, along there. Each bit is going to have... I don't know how big I want to make it. The sleeping quarters matter, because if they're too small, then your colonists will be unhappy. Now, I think having it as something like this size, that is probably big enough. I think that's probably big enough. For now. Cancel that, hang on. I think that's big enough for now. That's 3. Either way, nighttime, having a kip, sleeping away. So, looks like the turkeys and stuff are sleeping. You can hunt the animals, you can do that, but, well, we ain't at the moment. We don't want to get these sleeping quarters up and running. Are these too big? Are these too big, or will they be alright? I think they'll be alright. It just means that... Nah, they might be a bit too big. But we've got a lot of space to go into. We can, when we tunnel into the mountain, we're going to probably put more stuff in here anyway, more sleeping quarters. This is where we'll have like different storage and things like that, because we'll be hollowing the mountain out. So they're going to crack on with that. The problem... Why is he just falling asleep? Cloud watching. Oh, okay. Have they got nothing to do? Oh, because Gizmo likes to mine. There's nothing to mine. They can't cut... Oh, they can cut plants. Oh, no, he can't. Construct, he's got not much in it. And you know what? I think I need a research bench sooner rather than later. So what we'll do, we'll go to... I have no idea where it would be. Production? Yeah. Stonecutters, simple research bench. And, I could put it in here for now. Yeah, no reason why I can't do that. He'll haul off these and then make it. There we go. And then what we'll do is research. And, ooh, what do we want to research? That's the question. Pemmican, passive cooler. Way to cool indoor spaces without using electricity. That's not bad. Do we have... We've got beds, clothing, stone cutting. We don't have smithing. We don't have refining. No auto doors or coloured lights. There's also psychotic brewing. I don't think I want that. Drug production might be good though to get medicine. Although I think we have like air conditioning anyway. I think honestly the way to go is gun turrets. So we'd have to get. Well, that'll take a while, but we need machining to do that. So where's machining? There it is there. So we're going to have to go along for the reef curve and work that way. Okay. So you'll crack on with that one. Right, so in here we now have a very small structure. And we'll put the beds in, like that. We'll put the floor in, and we are going to use wooden floor. There you go. And on there as well. And then we'll have beds. So standard bed. We could have double beds, but I think for the time being, singles. We're okay with that one. 1, 2, 3. And then we will deconstruct these, because once the beds are done, that'll be all okay. Obviously, we haven't got any power yet. Something we probably need to get up sooner rather than later. So that'd be in power, and then you've got a wood-fired generator, a chemo fuel powered generator, and a battery and a solar panel. Obviously, we're going to go with solar panel. Probably the better way to go for the time being. And we'll put it. Well, ideally, we'll get rid of that sleeping quarters. We'll build a copy, actually. We'll put the bed, say, for the cat in there. And we'll get rid of that one. And we'll mine this section here, because there's some steel. We'll get rid of that. And then we'll put probably an area around here for that. Excellent. Crops are okay. As you can see, crops are growing. That's good. These are not... we also need to focus on that. Why are they not doing that? Do they not have the resources? Is that what it is? Yeah. Chop wood. There's only a couple of those grown, you see. That's a problem. I think that's the issue with it. Because we need to focus on getting them beds up sooner rather than later. And then we'll also get another building for... making things. And it looks like they're just finishing off the beds there. And once the beds are finished off... Oh, that guy's gone to sleep. So is that guy. And see, if he focused on building the beds, would have been okay. But sadly, it's not the case. Either way, that is the first episode of Rimworld. I don't have any baseline about how well or bad I'm doing, so we'll just have to carry on and see how far we get. Like I say, I'm going to dig this a little bit out here, probably put another building in here. This is going to be for resources, for crafting and cooking. We'll need to have a cold storage as well for food. And yeah, need defenses as well, apparently, which we are trying to get. But I guess what it means by defenses as well is sandbags. So you can have... where is it? There's a ship tab here, but you can't get that for the time being. We need... Where is it? It's not in structure, furniture, security. It's sandbags, yeah. And we'll probably put sandbags like... I don't know. Along here. And along there. There you go. So we can just defend this area. That's probably a decent idea, I think. Right, so leaving it there. Next episode, we will clean this up, we'll get some electricity, and generally progress on. As always, if you have any suggestions or feedback, put them in the comments, and hopefully it will, you know, help. If it's just stop the series, then I don't know if we're going to be listening to that one. Either way, I hope you have enjoyed the video. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.